It's October 30th. Where does the time go? So, Halloween's tomorrow? What? What? That's nuts. Anyway, welcome to Thoughtful Thursday. This is where you could type your free yes no question. I tap into the divine, your angels, your guides, God, our ancestors to get the answers that you need. If you're lucky enough to be chosen, not everybody will be chosen. You will find that I really take my time to really dig in and answer questions. Somewhat. Oh dear. Trisha, thanks for following me. All right, so we're going to begin. And believe it or not, Angel, you are number one. You're getting yours answered first. Congratulations. So this is Chris. Oh, thanks, Jazzy. You just made my night. Critisa. Does my boyfriend, Boopel, still want to continue our relationship? So just so you guys understand why I write it down, when I am working with Source, I am in the now. And literally, I forget everything. So it's like, I'll be in the middle of the question. And when I'm streaming, I forget. I'm like, what was I answering? That's why I write it down, because I have to relook at it. If TikTok allowed it to stay pinned the whole time until I got rid of it, that would be a different story. But they don't allow that. So that's the way it works. Welcome. I have one person on the YOUTUBE. Just so you know, you want to stay on this platform because this platform takes precedence and always goes first. So feel free to type your yes, no question, and it always skips the queue. All right. Thanks for following me, Kish. I appreciate you. Angel, let me get into your energy. So I'm just answering angels, and then I'll answer your guys's. Hey, Catherine, you're lovely. Okay, here we go. Christasa, does my boyfriend Boopel still want to continue our relationship? Okay, first thing that I noticed when I got into your energy, love, is my lower back started hurting. So when my lower back hurts, what that means is that you have unsubstantiated fear. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. You're sabotaging it by the thoughts you think. What we don't realize is everything we think has power. So when you're, ooh, that's interesting. So when you start to fear, you're activating that fear timeline, if you want it or not. So you want to be careful. And when you find that, you guys, this is for everything. Like this, I really take note. When you're not upper back, this is middle and lower back. When your back hurts, that's your angels saying you're having unsubstantiated fear. And that's where I go, oh, good. I don't need to worry about this. Because they're saying that's not your timeline. So when your lower back hurts, that's saying what you're fearing is not your timeline. However, we are so powerful that if we continue to view it, we're going to activate that fear timeline. So you don't want to do that. You just don't want to do that. Yeah, see, they're saying you got to go into silence. Your heading, Krista, is it's crazy. It's going way too much. It's way too active. Okay, so I got your cards. Here we go. They're not in the greatest place right now, and this might be the problem. They're not showing up in their heart space. They're showing up in their club space. What does that mean? This is your fighting card. This is frustration, trauma, addiction, affliction, distraction, fear. So they're not showing up the way you want them to show up. And then I digged a bit further, and they do want to continue with your relationship. And that is what the angels want as well, because the hearts is alignment. So the angels would like him to continue with the relationship. But the problem is he keeps getting in his own way. He keeps getting in his own head. And then it switches to no. So one minute he does, next minute he doesn't, then he does, and then he doesn't, and then he does, and then he doesn't. And he's not communicating it at all, not even a little bit. So he feels a little bit like the lone wolf, like he has to accomplish so much on his own, and he's not willing to let you in on that, to hear his journey. Now, I don't know why Bupol is guarded, but he is. So something has happened to him where what he values most, he's not willing to share. What does that mean? My heart. He's been hurt, and hurt for good reason. This hurt, this mistrust, this betrayal, like he's had to build a wall to protect himself for a reason. But because of that, he is not in his heart space, because he doesn't have a heart to give right now. The angels do know that he can, and that's what they're waiting to see, if he's going to line up to it. So they're saying the secret to this, thanks, Jack. They're saying the secret to this is to take a deep breath. You've got to get out of your head and remember, what's meant to be yours will be yours. So be patient and connect to God. Pray. Really hone in on what it is you want. Listen to your guidance system, but they want you to have silence. It's in the silence you connect to your angels. It's in the silence you figure out what you want. It's in the silence they illuminate how to get it. So it's in that silence you'll know when you should reach out, when you shouldn't reach out. It's in that silence you'll know to get out of your head, because that's the whole point. They don't want you in your head. And every time you go in your head and you activate that fear vibration, he feels it. And it just makes him resist you more. So you want to activate the joy vibration. You want to have fun. You want to laugh. You want to, Anyway, interesting answer, hey? That's what I mean. They never just blurt it out. So I'm gonna hold up the main cards that I think are the most important and take a picture of that, okay? Oh, you need the 10. There we go. Take a picture of that. Got it? Okay. Angel 1, let me know what you thought, please. I want to know what you thought of that. KM King, thanks for following me. Good evening. Pamplemousse. What a name. That resonates. Okay. Good to know. Now, I'm going to let you know, I am on YOUTUBE, and all of this is recorded on that channel. So if you are lucky enough to be chosen for a reading, and let's say you're like, oh, like make sure you took a picture of your reading. That way you have the date. And let's say you're like, what did she say again? What was that? You could always go back to the live and re-listen to it. The only problem is you might want to jot down the time because it records the whole 2 hours and yours might have been just a little blip. So you're going to have to find it. All right. So here we go. Pamplemousse. Good evening. Does my scene 1111 and 711 repeatedly signify good news is coming? It signifies your union with source. So 1111 is normally the first synchronicity that most people start to see. 1111 normally starts to happen when people start to go within. Why am I here? I want to connect to God. Why am I here? What is my purpose? Where you start praying and you start asking for more. And then all of a sudden, you're going to start seeing 1111. You'll wake up at 11:11 at night, or you'll see 11:11 in the afternoon, or it's like you'll just start seeing 111 everywhere. 1:11 p.m. at 1:11 a.m. It's crazy. And That is your angel saying you are waking up. You are connecting. You are listening. You are seeing the signs. And when you prove to them that you're seeing the signs, that's when they can start to give you more and more information. 711, that is unique to you, my friend. So you want to find out what that number means to you because it means something. And that's why that keeps, so if it's like, for example, I had a friend that kept seeing the number 828. Well, that means nothing to nobody, but they always thought it was their dad because that was the address they grew up in. And so every time they saw 828, they now know that's their dad communicating to them. So it's really, really cool how it works. So 711 is unique to you. What you could do is talk to your guides and angels, say, please show me the definition of 711, and then Google it. And they'll bring to you what is applicable for you. Because it's like even the number 333, for example. If you Google 333, depending what they show you, it's different. It's so cool. So they almost bring to you what you need at the time. The key is ask. Ask, you shall receive. Knock, the door shall open. Seek, and you shall find. Anyway, I hope that helped you. Thanks for asking that question. It was a pleasure to answer. I hope you like the answer. Hi, Catherine, beautiful. Should I spend the Halloween holiday with Derek to honor our loss? That sounds terrible. I'm sorry that you lost something. Should I spend Halloween with Derek? That's kind of one question in its own. And then to honor our loss will be like the second question. Let's find out. Let me get in your energy, love. Welcome, everybody. My name is Bonnie B. I'm a spiritual psychic medium. What does that mean? It means I only work with the white light. So connect to your guides, your angels about your life. Feel free to ask your yes, no question. Don't use the word soon. Soon to you could be 10 years to your guides and angels. Hi, Susie. Oh, hon, that would explain it. It's our baby's girl's due date. Oh, you just made me want to cry. That is so sad. She would have been 1 today. Oh, sweetie. Yeah, miscarriages are hard. They're so hard. You know what's neat? I will never forget the first time I was doing a reading, and I had a baby come through, and the baby told, like, if they're on the right, they're male for me. If they're on the left, they're female. So the baby touched my hip, and so I knew it was a baby and it was a female. And I said to them, I said, did you lose a baby? And they're like, yes. I said, did you know the sex? And they're like, no. So I told them the sex of the baby. And what was interesting is what the baby told me. So we come to this planet and we choose a lot of things with our guides and the angels. We choose what we're going to learn, what we're going to expand from. We choose our parents. Like it's very complicated. And what we don't realize is we're coming from a high vibrational place. Heaven is high vibrational. It is the pure positive energy. It is unconditional love. It is absolutely magnificent. So we're coming from this high vibrational place into a very low vibrational planet. And we cannot just go from here to here without practice. It's impossible. That is why so many women have miscarriages, because it's the baby practicing. So a lot of babies will know that they're not going to ever be born, and they purposely do it to just get used to being in the frequency. I thought that was such a beautiful thing to learn, because the soul of that baby is always so grateful and thankful to the parents for the opportunity. I thought that was so unique. You're saying a bunch of, what am I missing? She was my awakening. I'm praying it's his too. Louis split 3 months later after 17 years. That's terrible. Yeah, that's called not being able to handle the loss. That's terrible. It was all planned, and I'm so thankful for her. She told me why she couldn't be here. Her loss was to heal us and make us better. Well, that's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful, Catherine? That's gorgeous. What a beautiful thing to say. Well, then let's make you guys better, right? Yeah, isn't that interesting? So it even shows the connection card, the consciousness connection card. The universe delayed IVF twice, and she was conceived naturally. Wow, you just gave me goosebumps. That's beautiful. All right, so they're saying that you should not spend. Now, this is, again, this is when I answer your questions, you guys, is based on intuition today. So all tap into your intuition in the future, because your angels always talk in the now. And when they look at your life, they see all the past of all your choices. So they're always guiding you to the best. So they're talking about the now. So Catherine, they're saying that no, you should not spend the holiday season with Derek. And if you notice, it's hearts. So the angels that are saying that's in the best alignment for both of you, that you don't. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Caroline. He's not in the headspace for it at all. Not even a little bit. He's not in the headspace for it. And because you're connected to source energy, it's just going to lower your vibration. And then that affects everything, where you're trying your best right now to be present. You're trying your best right now to bring joy with you. So when you're on that walk, you're on the walk. You're hearing the birds, you're feeling the sun, you're present. Like you're trying your best to be present. And he's not going to want to talk. He's not going to be in the mood to talk. He's in his head. And I don't know if his plan is to grab a drink, to hide his feelings. He definitely doesn't want to talk. And that's why they're saying, no, you should not spend the holiday season with Derek to honor the loss. They're saying that you just shouldn't do it. Yeah, sorry. I do like where you are, love. I do like the friendship. Like he will come around. He will come around. It's just a matter of time. So you got to take a deep breath and just allow him to be in his learning experience. Just give him the space, allow him to be. I'll let you take a picture of this answer, because that was pretty good. Let me just pull it up here. Take a picture of that. There we go.